All right, we're going to get to our first guest. I mentioned the entertainment industry. Yeah, this guy's in it.
Testing, testing.
Are you saying test, test, test into the microphone?
Testing, testing. Just seeing if this works.
All right, he's a recent Emmy nominee. Please welcome Adam Scott.
Testing, testing. Three people walking in to the balcony right now. Hi, guys. Hey, everybody.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
What's going on here?
Well, those... See, we bought these for the stools, which are very hard, but then they're also on these, which are very soft.
So this already is padded.
Yeah.
But for your little tushy, we need another one.
Little extra pee.
Little extra
Padding.
cushion for your push. For your
my pushing.
For your pushing.
Cushing for my pushing. How are
Okay,
you?
now there's a problem because this is
Yeah,
not
do you want me to
connected.
arrange this? Here's. Perfect. Hi, Adam. Great to have you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Hey, everybody.
So nice of you to fly all the way out for this one show.
I'm so happy to do it, and happy to pick up the tab for also you and the rest of the guests tonight.
Really, thank you so much. No, you were already here. Is that right?
I was already here. Yeah,
And
not
you-
at the theater, but here in Boston.
It'd be
Just
strange
kidding.
if you just hung out here waiting for a show
Weird. It
to
would be
come.
weird.
Oh, this
Be a
one
huge
looks good.
coincidence as well.
And you're here. You're in the business of show. We mentioned that, and people film you.
Yes.
Two words.
Two words. Filmed movies.
Yes, film movies. You're doing one of those in Boston right now.
Doing a filmed movie.
Is it
yes.
Mystic River 2?
Yes.
No, it's but we can say what it is. It's one of these Spider-Man movies, right? Sort of.
Sort of. Yes. Sort of. Spider-Man is it's I guess in the universe of that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean everything.
It's called Madam Web. It's about a character in that world. Yes.
Madame Web.
Madame Web. Sorry.
Do you go around in the movie correcting everyone's pronunciation?
Everyone on set. I'm sorry, that's Madame Web. They love me.
And she's basically a character that like shoots webs out of her ass, or
Yeah. It's all top secret and stuff, but yeah.
she's not a superhero. She just like shoots webs out of her ass, and
I
people
would say
go
that
like,
is a superpower, if you ask me.
It's definitely a superpower, but she doesn't like solve crimes or anything. She just does that.
I mean, wouldn't you buy a ticket?
Well, I'm hoping to be invited to the premiere.
Yeah, so am I.
And can you say who you play? Are you Spider-Man, or are you?
I cannot.
You cannot. Yeah.
I just cannot.
Are you Monsieur Webb?
Can't confirm or deny.
Adam, it's great to have you. Obviously, we do some other shows together. We do the what are those other ones that we do?
Let's see. We do a podcast.
Yes,
we did a
podcast.
podcast. That's right.
Yeah, right.
And it was called You Talking You Two to Me.
Right. Yes.
Oh my God, sorry. Can you? I'm always sort of astounded whenever anyone acknowledges the existence of that.
Well, yeah. I mean, no one can believe that you have a podcast, right?
Yeah, but also we worked really hard on it.
I mean, not that hard, but yeah.
No, not at all.
Who would?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But see.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Up.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I know
it was nice to get that out.
Yeah. Supposed to do your vocal warm-ups before the show, but I
know,
just
but
realized
we didn't have
forgot.
time. It was last minute.
Yeah, exactly. Who was it more of a thrill to talk to U2 or to talk to REM? Or to talk to Jerry Harrison of Talking Heads.
I think one of the times I've been most nervous in my life was when I first met you.
Met me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When we were waiting in the recording studio for U2 to arrive when we did that interview.
Yeah. We went to Electric Ladyland Studios.
That's right.
And we kept getting reports of U2 has boots on the ground.
Yes, they're only 45 minutes away. And we sat there for like 90 minutes waiting for them, right?
Yeah. And
just
then,
the two of us in a recording studio with musical instruments.
Yeah, and so we, obviously picked them up, learned how to play.
And recorded an album.
Became better than U2.
That's right. And international rock stars, which is how we ended up here today.
Yeah, exactly. And we're here to sing our songs for you.
That's right.
If that's okay.
Thanks for coming. What if instruments came in from both sides? Yes, so that's how that happened.
That's how what happened?
How we became international rock stars. What do you think I was talking about?
Oh, so fun to have you here. Boston. What do you love about Boston and Medford in particular?
Oh my gosh. What don't I love about Boston, particularly Medford?
Anytime you come to Boston, it's like, gotta take that trip over to Medford.
Driver, take me straight to Medford, please. Are we shitting on Medford? I don't even know.
I don't know. Does anyone have any affinity for this? No, right?
Really? Everyone's like, fuck Medford for some reason?
Fuck Medford! Fuck Medford!
Fuck. Wow, that was...
They're eager to join in
totally
immediately.
Ready for that.
And they're keeping going all throughout the show.
Yes. Everyone, fuck.
Throughout the entire... No, please don't. But what do you like about Boston? The baked beans? I don't know.
Oh, you know what I love about Boston is the seafood.
Oh, that's right, because it's that city by the sea.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right on the ocean.
You can see it, which is ironic. It's called the sea, but you can see it.
You can see the sea. And if you're just saying that out loud rather than writing it down, it just sounds like the same word. But I'm actually talking about seeing the sea, as in the ocean, and all the delicious foods that are contained within.
That's how they consider themselves. Hey, look at all the food.
All the delicious foods. I can see that. When I see the ocean, I actually am able to see beyond the surface and see all the food.
Mm-hmm. Does your mouth just salivate anytime you look at the ocean?
Every time. I just start drooling. It's a good thing we're not on the ocean or the sea right now, because I would just drool all over the microphone. Sorry.
Well, Adam, you're out here. I need you as a co-host for this show. Is that all right?
Sure. If everyone
is that
will have
okay,
me.
Adam's? He's not like Conan O'Brien, who comes out for 5 minutes, gets a big standing ovation, then leaves.
No,
you're going to be
like
here the
that.
entire time. Is that right?
The entire time, and the show. Thank you. And will you all be here the entire time? I hope so.
I would imagine, about 10 people will probably leave before the end.
Perfect. And the show is 7 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's till 7 a.m.
Oh, fine.
Okay, good.
Even better.
Great.
I brought my jammies.
For your toast?
That's right. All of them. Raspberry, strawberry, blueberry. All of my jammies.
All right. Adam Scott is here, everyone. We'll screw on stage. We don't want anyone...
don't want to step on that.
That's a professional.
Thank you.
He obviously grew up in the theater. Thank you very much.
Since I was a baby, I was in this theater. It's really nice to be home.
Well, Adam, do you have a manager?
A what?
Manager?
I thought you just said a
Manger?
A matador.
Oh, a matador. You're so rich. You're a Hollywood
May as well
celebrity.
just
Do you have your
a
own matador?
Yeah, of course I do, but it's boring to talk about.
Sure.
A manager?
Manager. Do you have a manager?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Wait, Christy Smith?
Yeah.
Rise there. Oh, she only represents the best.
That's right. She is also your manager.
Yes, that's right. She came up in a different show.
That's right.
For some reason. Well, we have a different manager here.
Oh.
So if you're looking to change representation.
Oh, someone that's a manager in show business.
In show business.
Oh,
You've met him before when you did our show Scott Hasn't Seen. Please welcome Sprague the Whisperer.
Scott. I'm locked in.
Okay, great.
Scott, how are you? Adam Scott, how are
Hello.
you? Good
Two
to see you.
Scotts.
Two Scotts in the building. Any other Scots in the crowd? Don't answer.
We don't want to encourage people to shout things.
We can't.
That fuck Medford thing almost went terribly
A
awry.
guy was lighting a torch in the back. He was like, are we going into the streets? Now, Scott, I came here straight from the airport.
I know you did. You're very late. What
I'm
happened?
very late, Scott, but I fucked up, Scott.
What happened? Sprague, what's going on?
You remember when we banked a bunch of episodes and you said, oh yeah, we got to do this because of the tour?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I thought it was the Scott Hasn't Seen tour.
What?
I've been going from city to city doing the podcast Scott Hasn't Seen.
Well, you have.
I have, Scott. I thought we were going to go to cities you've never been to, and we were going to go to theaters you've never been to, and I was going to say, Scott, could you have died having never been to Big Car, Arizona? But I went everywhere I would go, you weren't there. It was crazy.
Why did you go to the places?
I kept thinking, okay, Scott forgot about Big Car, Arizona. So maybe he'll meet me in Big Cheese, Wisconsin.
What would you do? What would you do for the shows?
Well, Mantzoukas would come.
Mantzoukas was there.
He came on every stop.
What? Is that how he got COVID?
That's how he got COVID. Every single stop. So in Big Car, Arizona, of course, I was like, Scott's going to meet me at the Big Car Museum, of course, because that's what we were going to do.
They have the biggest cars in Arizona. You've been there.
These cars are
Adam.
huge.
Oh, I can't. I whenever I land at the airport in Arizona, I say, driver, take me straight to the Big Car Museum.
That's exactly what I said. I said, driver, you're going to take me there. I'm a little bit late. Scott's probably waiting for me. He's probably pissed.
Is your driver your matador as well?
That's right, same guy.
Yeah.
Scott, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
You haven't had any British people on your podcast recently, have you?
We had like 3 in New York.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be the first one.
Sorry, no.
Well, I do want to say on behalf of merry old England, Boston, we forgive you. I just want to throw it out there. We forgive you, the whole, Boston Tea Party thing.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
The American Revolution, that
Sure.
kind of thing.
The one thing that happened here. Wait, it was Paul Revere? No.
Don't forget about Tom Brady, Scott. He happened here. Scott, it's been tough. I've been going from theater to theater to empty crowds, doing the show, recording them.
Recording them.
Are you just recording your half of it?
I thought if I just went in and recorded my half, let me tell you what it sounded like. I'd go in there and I'd be like, oh, yeah. Yeah. My thing, and then I wouldn't finish. Then Jason would say something about tits. And I thought this would be good. Scott will just come in, he's a pro, he'll do his half. And then I looked up on the CVB World website, there's a goddamn freaking Comedy Bang Bang tour I'm not on.
I'm sorry. I invited you to be on.
I was supposed to be in every show. It was supposed to be Sprague and Scott in Washington, D.C. You guys are not happy about that. You hate Washington, D.C., is that right? There's a big Boston, Washington, D.C.
Is there
rivalry.
really?
I think there might be.
Wait, there's a Boston rivalry with what? With where?
Probably New York.
New York, really? Oh, yeah.
They suck over there. Those New Yorkers, they're a bunch of pieces of shit, right?
Don't get them started.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
The guy with the torch is ready again. Stop, guy. Well, Scott, I mean, we're doing CBB. We can't talk about Scott hasn't seen. You know, that's another podcast.
I mean, it's like we've already talked about our podcast together, and now our podcast together.
It's a podcast tour where they talk about podcasts.
Other podcasts.
Yeah, well, you know, Scott, I've got a couple other things in the works right now.
Oh, really? Okay, so now I was telling Adam you're a manager,
Yes.
so
That's really
I
exciting.
used to be a manager, but now they call me a super producer.
that's right. You're a producer. So if you don't know who Sprague is, you essentially started out in show business,
Yes.
whispering into people's ears
Yes.
about giving them advice about what they should do with their.
Yes, you just saw me walk out in a cloak earlier. My character used to be a lot more Game of Thrones. Now he's just a British guy in Hollywood.
And barely that.
Sometimes not even that. Till I say Scott.
Scott.
And I'm locked back in.
All right. Also is another one that you.
All right.
All right. There it is.
That is a-
Were you excited, by the way, about whatever of the dragons or whatever
House
it
of
was?
the Dragon, of
House,
course.
is that what it was?
Yeah, but then I got confused on Twitter because it was like House of Peanut Butter. And I was like, what is this? It was some weird promotional thing where everyone was just saying House of Blank. You should have done one that said House of Bang Bang.
It's such a weird title because it's like, you know, I read one word at a time.
Okay, so you start with House.
So it's like, oh, HBO has a new show. House.
We've seen House. That's
Yeah,
already
we've
a
seen
show.
it. Hugh Laurie. It's like, forget it.
How long do you wait till you get to the next word?
I usually set it down, come back the next
Yeah.
day.
Okay,
Does a
one
little-
word a day.
Yeah, he does a little internal dialogue, walks away, comes back, he reads of.
Of, huh.
Now, House of, you've got to know there's another word after that.
I'm hoping it's Gucci.
Yes.
Gucci! Oh, Al Pacino, you're finally in a movie with me. You ever work with that Jared Leto?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, when Scott leans over and says something, I think he's talking to you.
Oh, no.
All right, good answer.
He's Morbius, is he not? So, he might show up in your movie.
Oh, well, then that would be a surprise to me. Maybe he's here tonight.
Jared Leto!
Anyone see Morbius?
Everyone.
It's Morbin time. Then you get to the
I don't think there is a the. Is it?
House of the Dragon.
I thought it was House of Dragons.
No.
No.
No,
House of
Scott.
the. Okay, so there's a the, yeah.
The people at Discovery Warner Brothers are rolling in their graves.
David
right now.
Zaslav. Yeah, no, I got to the, and then I was like, look, this show was on 3 days ago. I can't. I'm over it by now.
It was last night.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like a house is pretty ordinary, and then to add dragon at the very end, it's like, whoa,
Well, it's-
lead with that.
Yeah, it's scary, too.
So you think it
way
should
too
be
scary.
Dragon, House of the?
Yes.
That'd be pretty good. No, Scott, I'm working on some other projects right now, and they're ninja projects.
Whoa, ninja. Sprague loves ninjas. He loves
That's
three.
part of my thing.
Yeah, 3 ninjas. Although, yeah,
You didn't do a show where you talked about the Ninja Turtles for a bunch of times, did you?
yeah.
Damn it, Scott!
Sorry.
Well, we're not going to talk about that now. I've got a show. Of course, we all know unscripted is where it's at, baby.
Of course, yes.
I've got a show called Naked and Afraid of Ninjas.
I'm in.
You're in. That's what they all say.
First
every meeting.
contestant.
You're going to be the
Yeah.
first contestant. Listen, a lot of the pilots that we did, a lot of the contestants are dead. I'm finding that all these ninja projects I'm doing, there's a lot of dead bodies in the wake. Naked and Afraid of Ninjas, we put people out in the wilderness and then we set 6 or 7 ninjas out there to just fucking go at them.
How do you decide 6 or 7?
It depends. Like if the guy, if we think the person's a really good survivalist, we'll throw in that 7th ninja.
Okay, great. If I could just kind of give you a little bit of like a note
Of course,
on
we
the
work
title,
together all the time, Scott.
like the afraid of ninjas part, great. The naked part, good, but why not naked because of the ninjas?
I don't know,
Naked.
Scott. That sounds pretty gross if you if you think about it.
No, the ninjas strip everyone
So
naked.
you think I'm going to employ 7 ninjas to just pants people in the woods? That's crazy, Scott. Why would I do that?
Because you're crazy,
No,
Sprague.
Scott. I want the people to already be naked, holding their junk.
Wait, they have
thinking-
to arrive on set naked?
Well, they get to go, they get on a truck, and then we take them out to the wilderness.
Truck?
This is how the show works, Scott. And then they get off the truck, and I'm there, and I say, get naked, motherfucker.
They're already naked, according to you.
Well, no, they wear their clothes on the truck, and then we,
Oh,
you know.
I see.
And then get naked, motherfucker. They
Is
go
this
out
part
there.
of the show, or this is just
This is part of the show.
Oh, okay.
We're going to record all of this. And
You're not the host. You're just...
I'm just there to make sure they get naked.
There should be a word for that. It's not a host. It's like a get nakeder, or...
It's the get your ass naked coordinator. And they get naked, they start running, almost immediately killed by ninjas. The show's pretty short.
Is it like old enough where it's like 6 minutes? It just basically ends whenever.
I'm just like, we got 12 episodes, it lasts as long as these people do. Pretty quickly, I'll tell you what happens. They run away from the truck, butt naked. I see a cloud of smoke. It clears. Their heads cut off. So we haven't had any winners on the show yet, but it is a show. Look, when I explain it, people say they're in right away, just like, Adam Scott did. So yeah, that's one of the shows I'm working on.
I might rescind my participation
Yeah.
at this point, but I'll watch.
You'll watch. Yeah, of course.
What do they win if they...
Oh, we have, well, okay.
Is there a prize?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like $10,000. Not even that much, to be honest.
It's like just do 3 weeks of guest writing on SNL.
Yeah. we tell them that. We say, look, before we send you out there, you could make this much money if you just come in and write a couple of jokes for Ego Nordum. Do a couple of sketches, do a character or something. But no, Scott, they can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on something. I'm working on a ninja-mentary, Scott.
What is a ninja-mentary?
So it's a documentary, right? And you know how they say with documentaries, like, I love when it starts and then it turns into something no one was expecting, right?
Sure, yeah.
So what I
like
did...
the Capturing the Freedmans is
Yes,
one
yes.
where it like started out as like, well, this guy trying to capture...
capture his family or something, and then...
Yeah, like they'd run away and he was...
I don't know what happened
I don't
with
know.
it, Scott.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I think that's what happens. They try to catch his family, then
Right.
it just ends. But no, this ninja-mentary. So I hired 6 or 7 ninjas, and they will be running the cameras. They'll be the sound guys, and I told them to go out there and just find me a story.
So wait, the ninja-mentary is not about the ninjas.
No.
They're just holding the cameras.
It's a total ninja crew. And I got to say, I have a lot of checking meetings.
Checking meetings?
Yeah, a lot of check-in meetings, Scott. Scott, I'm locked back in.
Scott.
I have a lot of these meetings over Zoom. I sign on. Every one of the Zoom screens just covered in smoke and nobody's there. And I'm like, okay, I'm watching the film they're sending me every day. I'm watching the takes, the dailies. And they're cutting a lot of people's heads off. They're killing people left and right. There's no story yet, but I do trust these guys. They're going to get me something. This sounds good. This sounds good to you, Scott?
I don't know why anyone would get into business with you, Sprague, I have to say.
Why?
I mean, seems like anyone who comes into contact with you comes out of the deal headless.
No, Scott. Well, we've been doing a podcast for almost a year, Scott. And you haven't seen near one ninja. I thought I saw someone... Okay, so since I've had this ninja-mentary thing going around, I feel like they might be following me, circling in on me. Maybe the story's about me now, and I might be the one who might be losing their head, Scott.
That's tough. I mean, and everything is black here. Black,
I'm wearing all black as well.
This is the perfect place to hide if you were a ninja. If you're wearing black and you're sneaking around and you're cutting people's heads off, you might be a ninja.
If you're wearing black and you can't fit anything in your pockets because there's a bunch of smoke bombs in there, you might be a ninja.
It sounds like these particular ninjas deal mostly in smoke bombs, from what I can tell.
Honestly, they're cutting people's heads off. I've not seen one sword. I don't know how they're doing it.
That's what I'm curious about.
I don't know how they're doing it, Scott.
Well, this sounds great, Sprague.
No, I've got more projects.
You have even more?
Yeah.
How many more?
I don't know. 6, 7.
6 or 7. How many more do you want to talk about here on stage?
Well, I would feel crazy if I didn't bring up Deal or No Deal with a Ninja. It's a game show, Scott.
Okay.
And it's a show, there's suitcases and stuff. People try to make a deal with a banker, but when you go up to the banker and you look, he's dead. Head cut off.
So is this one of those things where, like, I love going up there in the banker, he's like covered in, he's shrouded.
Yeah, he's just a silhouette.
He's a silhouette. And I felt like that was something that we should have found out who the banker was.
I thought that was one of the mysteries. I thought
in the
I was
last episode?
I think it might be Kumail Nanjiani. He was ripped.
The banker was ripped.
He
we
was.
all agree the banker was ripped.
You don't go to tell me, Scott. The banker was fucking ripped.
But so you go up there, you're like, hey, banker, do you accept this offer? And you're not getting an answer. So then the host goes up the stairs and like turns the swivel chair and the head just like flops off, or?
No, what would happen was he'd say, oh, do we have a deal? You'd look up at the banker. He's there. He's sitting there. He starts to put his thumb up. And then, you guessed it, a bunch of smoke. And, you know, when you're shrouded in, like, backlight like that, smoke doesn't really do much. You still see him. And then, next thing you know, his head pops right off. Blood everywhere. You know, the host says, looks like we don't have a deal. And then we keep going.
What do ninjas have to do with the world of finance, though? This is what I don't understand.
Interesting. So, this is what I kind of had to work on when we were doing the pitch. Look, the people in the finance industry, they're a bunch of crooks. And ninjas? I don't know, they kill crooks? I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. What is a ninja? I don't know. They kill people, certainly.
I know they cut people's heads off and they have smoke bombs. Some of them are ninja turtles, of course. But yeah, honestly, Scott, I don't know much. I'll be honest. I'm thinking about these ninja-mentary guys and I'm like, were they really ninjas? They were wearing all black. One of them did have an M16.
That's not a ninja weapon.
That's not a ninja weapon?
No.
One of them had a Batman costume on.
Did the M16 fire smoke bombs?
Oh, that might have been what it was. It was a long-range smoke bomb dispenser.
There you go.
Sprague, do you have any non-ninja related projects coming up?
Yeah. I've got an animated show, Scott.
Oh, okay. This sounds promising.
This is promising, Scott. Wait, you said non-ninja related?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Shit, Scott.
This is another ninja project.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
quickly, what is this ninja
It's
project?
called South Park with ninjas. Damn, Scott. When you said projects you're working on, you're excited about, I thought, well, I've got to talk about South Park with ninjas, of course.
What is the deal with South Park with ninjas?
You know, there's Kenny, there's, you know, the other two guys, and then Cartman. Then Cartman has a big katana that he just sort of swings around.
Wait, so the Cartman is a ninja?
No, he just has a katana.
He just has a katana.
He's not a ninja, Scott. And then, yeah, you're watching it, and it's that type of animation that's like paper cutouts, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like South Park.
Yeah, like South Park, yeah. Because you look confused for a second. I was like, you've seen South Park, right? And then, then the animators are all killed and the show never comes out.
This is a bad plan.
This is a bad plan? Scott, I gotta stop working with ninjas.
Why do you love ninjas so much?
Well, my father was killed by a ninja. And I was raised by ninjas.
Were you raised by the ninjas that killed?
Yes, a guy came in, cut my dad's head off, said, you're mine now, little boy. We're leaving Tampa, Florida, where I'm, of course, from.
Of course.
And we're going to merry old England, Scott. And, you know, I grew up, my first girlfriend was a ninja. I went to...
What was her name?
She never told me, Scott. She said, it's better you don't know. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Then she just jerked me off a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you have a ninja girlfriend, sex does not last very long.
Oh, so this was your fault, or?
No, well, I like to think it was her fault.
She was too
I know
good
one
at
pump
it.
chump, Scott.
Sure, okay. All right, well...
Scott, why are you always blaming me for being a one pump chump?
This is not part of your canon that I know about.
No, you send me multiple texts. You said, about to fall asleep, but just started laughing about how you're such a one pump chump. I'm like, come on. That's crazy.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that to a friend.
Shouldn't do that, Scott.
All right. I feel bad. And Adam, I'm sorry for doing that to you as well.
Yeah, it's very
He does it to
hurtful.
everyone.
No, it's a bummer.
One more project, Scott.
All right. Tell us the title. What is the project?
The Ninja Super Bowl. You're shaking your head no. You think that's bad?
I do want to hear some details about this.
Okay,
Are the
here's-
ninjas playing in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's a bunch of ninjas. We put a football out there.
You put a football out
A football at the 50-yard line. We load in the crowd. We cut the lights. And we say last man standing wins.
there. So the crowd is participating in this.
I'll tell you what, the crowd doesn't normally make it out of Ninja Super Bowl. I remember we did a pilot run of this one time, and The Weeknd came out to do his halftime show, and he was like, "Hold on, I ain't doing a show for 5 people."
And they're ninjas?
And they're ninjas.
That was a good Weekend impression, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
All right, Sprague. Well, I wish you luck in all your endeavors.
It sounds like you're not going to be a part of any of my projects.
No! And Adam was in for Ninja. What was it? Naked Ninja?
Naked and afraid of ninjas, Scott.
It sounds like everyone ends up passing away.
Yes.
And the projects never end up seeing the light of day. Am I correct about that? Because of the mass death?
Yeah. So you're saying this is a bad idea?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, good. Good.
Hey, Sprague, hang on. I
No
gotta
problem.
talk to
I'll
Adam.
disassociate.
These are terrible ideas, aren't they?
Yeah. They're really bad and dangerous.
I feel like, as a friend, I should have some sort of intervention with him or something.
I think that's right. I'm not his friend. So I feel like it's something you should do.
What are you going to do when I do that? Disassociate?
Yes.
And hey, we're back.
Hey, what's up, Scott?
Adam's going to disassociate for a minute.
Pretty tight. He's almost like he's severed there for a second. Now, Scott, do you know... before you say anything, are you interested in American Ninja Warrior, but with ninjas this time?
Sprague, these are bad ideas. As a friend, I can't let you do this.
Shit.
I'm so sorry, but I'm rescinding your pitching privileges.
Well, Scott, I guess I'll just do a couple weeks writing on SNL.
All right, good. Sprague the Whisperer, everyone.
Come back, Adam. Adam, that was some top-notch disassociating, I must
Oh,
say.
thank you very much.
Sprague, I need your co-host energy. It's like triple hosting.
Hey, I'm the cosine king, Scott.
You've never said that before.
Scott, I think you'll find I've said it at least 3 times on Scott Hasn't Seen.
Is there anyone who has bottled water back there for a gentleman such as I? You can just throw it to me. Okay, very good, very good.
A gentleman such as I.
I got so jealous. I see you there with it. You haven't sipped
I'm
out of
just
it
waving
once.
it around. It's
I
part of
know.
my thing.
You thought it was the
It's
mic
right,
for a second
Scott.
once?
Scott.
Oh,
Right
Jesus
over there.
Christ.
A ninja did it! Be careful, Scott. There's a ninja here throwing water bottles.
If we all end up getting our heads chopped off, this...
Hey, it was worth it.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, by the way, at the end of the show, I might be throwing my cloak into the crowd if anyone wants it.
Why?
Because I'll tell you, it's weighing down my suitcase. Don't need it anymore. I may never wear a cloak again.
Don't say that, Sprague. Don't say that.
It's true.
All right.
Unless it's my house cloak, of course.
Well, we have a very exciting guest. Never been on the show before.
Lock the doors! There has been a murder!
Uh-oh.
Please. This is most gratifying, but we must continue the business at hand.
Hello, sir. Was I going to introduce you, or do I know who you are?
Yes, you do, Monsieur Ackerman.
Welcome, Emile Girard, everyone.
Yes.
Famous investigator.
I am indeed Emile Girard, the famous private investigator.
What makes you so private about what you do?
I don't shit where I eat.
So you don't investigate anyone you're fucking.
Well, I do not fall in love with anyone I'm investigating.
Oh, okay. The other way around.
It works both ways.
Okay, great.
I keep it clean.
Your table, metaphorically.
We joke, of course, Mr. Ackerman, the famous podcaster. What makes my business private is that people hire me when they have no recourse because the police cannot help.
Okay, so you, what types of things are you investigating?
Usually a murder where the person has hired me is the one who did the murdering.
Is that usually when you get hired, you're like, I bet this person did the murdering.
So many times.
Sounds like an easy job, to be honest.
So many times. I assume it right away. Probably this is a murderer.
Then you get one clue, takes you in one direction, but you always circle back around.
I'm always like, I followed this clue, but I look back around and say, it's gotta be this guy. He's trying to clear himself by hiding fake clues everywhere to frame someone else or to claim a supernatural activity.
Yeah, how often does that happen where it's like, it seemed like on Scooby-Doo it was every week. But I mean...
Scooby-Doo, one of the greatest investigators of all time. A sentient Great Dane. Who, for but the price of a doggy treat, would solve insurance fraud scams. His picture hangs in the Investigators Hall of Fame.
Whose?
Scooby-Doo.
No. Whose Hall of Fame?
The Investigators Hall of
the
Fame.
Investigators Hall of Fame. Wow, where is that?
Forgive my accent.
Oh,
I know sometimes to the American ear it is impenetrable. But it's because
I forgive it.
How gracious of you. You are truly a host.
Yes.
But yes, of course, I have been raised all around the world.
Really? So not just in France?
No. Brussels, Paris, Montreal.
So wherever there's a French accent, that's where you were?
A coincidence. So if my French accent does not seem to be 100% perfect, you can blame it on the world. Sprague!
Don't look at me.
The legendary whisperer.
Yes, of course, it's me. Scott, I'm locked back in.
You hide in the shadows.
That's right.
Singing your quiet little song so that only a few may hear.
I think he thinks I'm the killer.
No, you are not the killer.
Okay,
by
good.
the way, there was no murder. That's just a thing I say.
Okay, we were,
Yes, no.
I was sitting on the edge of my seat thinking, one of my ninjas got in here, cut somebody's head off.
Let's not freak out. There's no murder.
Okay, thank God.
No
That's just
murder.
how you
Okay.
No, that's just my catchphrase, you know.
That's
People
fun.
expect it from me when I go to a party or something. Sometimes people just hire me for parties. Not even a murder mystery dinner party, but just a regular party, a meet and greet, walk around, you know, tell a few stories of investigations past. People get some selfies with me,
That sounds so fun.
but they all want me to say, lock the doors, there has been a murder.
I know someone whose catchphrase is lock the gates. It's very similar.
Who is this? Is this an investigator who works exclusively in the zoo?
Yeah. This is Adam, by the way.
Adam Scott, the
Hello.
famous actor. You need
Hello.
not tell me who he is. I have seen him on screens both large and small.
Oh, wow. Mainly small, though, right?
Either way, it's flattering, Scott.
Did I not one time see you modeling clothing in the catalog known as Jacrou?
Oh, yes, indeed.
How did you say that? Hold on.
Jacrou.
Interesting.
Jacrou!
Very uneasy.
Can you guess what Adam is doing here in Boston just from his outfit?
Let me see. He's wearing a plaid shirt, a white tank underneath. He's wearing a
casual trousers, no socks, but perhaps he has a no-show sock underneath his boat shoe.
What about the wear on those?
Will you shut up?
Whoa!
He was right.
Aha! A gentleman such as Mr. Scott, whose business is being nice-looking, would not do to have a stinky shoe. The no-show protects, does it not?
That's right. That's exactly right. Thank
I would
you.
say from this growth of beard, you are working on a Marvel series, are you not?
This is very close. Yeah.
Are we not allowed to know what he's working on?
No, it's Madame Web.
Madame Web?
Yes.
A French film, perhaps?
Yes.
Oh, now I remember why. It's only very close, I understand.
Do you have a mind palace? Did you just go somewhere right now? Because you really were picking him apart.
Do you know what happens is, I get this tingling in my brain meat. My brain meat starts to electrify.
Your brain meat?
Yes. The meat is a brain. It is where the thinking happens.
The brain is all meat.
Correct. And so you see, if this meat of the brain tingles, something is a-cooking. Why do you make such a yuck face? The idea of a cooking brain is astonishing to you? Do you know, all the places I come from, we brains on the reg. We love to eat brains. It makes one smarter.
Is on the reg a French term?
Where?
You eat brains on the reg.
On the reg.
So eating brains makes you smarter.
Yes, you absorb the thoughts of the creature whose brain you eat. This is why we must never let the zombie happen. Man is not meant to have this much knowledge of another. I can look at you and say, from your clothing, from your posture, from the wrinkles on your face, I can tell you all about yourself. But eating a brain would be too much.
I'm not offering.
Okay. Then we agree. Good.
So if you eat whatever you eat, you absorb the qualities of.
The intellectual qualities of.
But I don't mean just brain. Like okay, I ate a brain, so that makes me smarter.
Not smarter. You just have more knowledge than you did. But that does not make you smarter necessarily. If you eat a sheep's brains, you know everything a sheep knows, but so what? You think you're going to win Jeopardy with a sheep brain?
Hell no.
I don't think so. How many sheep champions have there been on Jeopardy? Next to none.
Really good point.
But sheepardy.
But what?
Sheepardy?
Sheepardy, they win all the time. Do you know that show is hosted by a wolf? It's a big scandal. The original sheep died, and they had a big, long tryout for different hosts of Sheepardy. In the end, a wolf dressed as a sheep won. Sheep are dumb, do you see?
Yes, I understand.
They can win Sheepardy, but they cannot see that the host is a wolf. That show got canceled because of lack of sheep.
They only need 3 per episode. 5 days a week.
They kept filming, and then eventually he was eating the crew. All sheep.
A show ended because everyone's dead. Trust me, I know what you're talking about. I know.
What does he mean?
Emile, what are you working on right now? It's such a weird way to say it, but do you have any cases that you're...
There are always cases. I mean, I have worked many famous cases, and of course people always ask me to tell the stories.
Oh yeah, what are the famous ones that, obviously these are ones we would have heard of?
You would have heard of this, of course. Do you know the story of the purloined hard hat?
I don't...
The hard hat?
Hard hat!
I don't even know the first word he said.
Purloined!
Purloib?
Purloined.
Purloin.
Purloined.
Purloined, stolen.
Someone has eaten some brains recently.
I ate the brain of one person who knew one word. Purloined.
You must not eat the people brains.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay.
I've never heard
Purloined
of
means
this
stolen. Stolen hard hat?
Yes,
This is
it's
a
stolen
hard hat.
A hard hat.
How hard?
You was hard enough to stop a brick. That's as hard as they need to be.
Anything else, it's just overkill.
I mean, it's all for show, pretty much. They were made in the days of bricks. There are so many more heavy things now involved in construction. If a girder were to fall from a very great height and land perfectly on your hard hat, you would not say, "Wishoo, I was wearing my hard hat." Wait till I tell my wife this story. No, you would be a hard hat on top of a pair of shoes.
Would you run around in a circle, sort of being like, "Oh no, you know"? Oh, are you dead?
You're dead.
Okay.
Yes. You will be squished. And you lift up the hard hat and they just see a square of meat and bone.
And blood.
Don't eat the bones.
Well, that's my question. Like, if you eat someone's, like,
You cannot think of another part of the body?
I can, but I don't. I'm trying to be delicate. Dong.
Just say-
dong.
As delicate as the white cycle on high heat.
Do you become like? Do you have the qualities of a big penis?
No, you do not, because that is just a lump of flesh that doesn't have thoughts in it.
Some would disagree.
I understand your mon ami. High five to
High
you.
five to you. Oh, by the way, many hamburgers to you. I meant to say
Many
that to you.
hamburgers to you as well.
And many hamburgers to both of you.
Yes, many hamburgers to you.
hamburgers.
too.
Hamburgers,
Many hamburgers to
of
you.
course.
And many hamburgers to this audience.
Yes, many hamburgers.
And all the ships at sea.
I think they should say it back to us at the count of 3 in a very measured conversational tone. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Very good.
So wait, tell us about this
Oh,
case.
the case of the purloined hard hat.
Yes.
I thought you would never ask. It seems a railroad baron.
They still have those?
He was the last one. Joseph Amtrak. The third. He fancied
So-
himself one of the what?
This is the third Joseph Amtrak.
Where?
There have been 2 others.
Where?
Yes.
One is still out there somewhere. One day I will find him.
Why?
I want to collect the whole set. I met the grandfather, and then I met the
Grandson.
the third. I haven't met the second.
Yeah, that would be a thrill.
It bothers me, that I have not met him.
Yeah.
That I met the other 2 guys.
Yeah.
Bless you. I detected a sneeze in the audience.
Wow, you are good. He's the real deal.
It's incredible.
Joseph Amtrak III fancied himself one of the working class, even though he was wealthy beyond measure. He would wear a hard hat to oversee his railroad kingdom every day. Many people despised him for his riches and pretend working class attitude.
Was it like a regular hard hat, or was it like a hard hat encrusted with diamonds?
Nothing so showy, but it was lined with sable.
Whoa!
Yes.
Like Silver Sable from the Madame Web-verse.
That's exactly right. Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Hold on. Yes, Cosine King.
That's right.
Oh, Cosine King!
I'm the Cosine King.
We stand at Cosine King. So one day this hard hat goes missing,
No.
as well as the head inside it.
What?
Hold on. So Joseph Amtrak III is dead?
He is now, yes.
Okay.
What?
That's crazy.
That's nuts. Why isn't
How
this?
did you meet him before this case? If he was...
He tried to hire me to break a strike,
Oh.
and I was like, that's not what I do. You're thinking of the Pinkertons. Emile Girard is no scab.
That's right. Union strong right here. What? Why isn't this the case of the head found off of its body?
Isn't that a little clunkier than the case of the purloined hard hat?
It just seems
The
like,
case of the head found off of its body?
or something to that effect. I just think like it's more exciting.
If I had led with that, I would not have gotten the reaction of these two gentlemen when I said as well as the head inside it.
True, but maybe
It's a
mo-
little something called showmanship. Maybe you could take a little lesson.
noted.
Trust me, this kills at the parties. When I get to the party at the
About
end,
that- oh, I
people
would-
lose their minds.
I lost my mind. I mean, it's crazy.
You lost your mind so much, you are questioning my motives. And the way I do things, not my motives. My motives are perfect.
So you were then hired to solve this.
By his graven widow and his sad dad.
I thought you never met his dad. This was just.
Oh, he said granddad, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Amtrak the First.
Indeed.
Yep. Is his middle name Acelia? What is it? Acelia?
Ooh.
Acelia?
Didn't really stick the landing on that
I
one.
know. How do you pronounce it? I've read it so many times.
I like to say Asila.
Acelia? That can't be right.
Well, do as you like.
Hey, that's America for you, right?
Speaking of derailment, you're fucking up my story. I refer to the grandfather as the dad because, of course, Joseph Amtrak II has been missing for many years.
Sure.
And it was the grandfather, Amtrak grand-père, who has raised Amtrak fille as his own son. Even though he has another son who is not around. You get it. So,
I'm afraid to talk now.
do not be afraid. I was joking. I was
I know,
joking with you.
we have a jocular relationship.
We have a jocular relationship. I like you and I want to be your friend.
I want to be your friend.
For the listening audience, they're doing a finger touch right now.
We're doing the E.T.
Yes.
poster.
Fun up.
Which one are you? I can't tell.
I will be the squat alien who says to you that I will always be right inside your heart.
I'll be the sad, sad little boy, a child of divorce.
That's right. Whose father once had a gun but then has a flashlight. But that is a case for another time. The case of the gun that became a flashlight.
I love that's your main takeaway from that movie. I don't even remember that. Okay.
As an investigator who has seen the movie twice, I must notice that at one point the gun became a flashlight.
All right. So
Ruined the film for me. Anyway, many suspects were involved. Everyone despised this man. Who could it be? Who hired me? The wife and the granddad.
And the grand.
It was them. They also hated him. He sucked.
So they're the ones who did it. Amazing. And that's wow.
How long did it take you how long did it take you to get to that sort of ending there? I mean, did you investigate anyone else in the
I
meantime?
investigated it for 5 days.
Okay.
And then, of course, at the end of the 5th day in the evening, there's a big dinner party.
Okay.
And
Wait,
they usually,
every investigation, day 5, there's a
most
dinner
of them,
party.
most of them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Do you kind of schedule your investigations? You say, yes, I'll take the case. Do you mind scheduling a dinner party in 5 days?
What I will do is I'll plant the seed as the beginning of the investigation and say, okay, I will take this case on. It will be sort of like a dinner party of crime. You know, just get the phrase dinner party in there somewhere. It will be my honor to investigate this, as it would be my honor to attend a nice dinner party. Things like this. Then I keep saying the words dinner and party over and over again when I report my findings to the client. I say, well, this case is a real dinner of a party. I say, there's so many clues here. If it was a dinner party, there would be no seats left for the clues to sit. Then by the 5th day, they're like, I say, I think I have my findings. I know who did it. And they say, hey, why don't you come over to our mansion for dinner? We'll have a party.
Wow.
Yes.
So you must always take the cases on like a Monday or a Tuesday so that the dinner party can be on a Friday or a Saturday. Otherwise, it's hard to get people there, I would imagine.
Well-
hard to find a sitter.
The wealthy, they make their own schedule, do you know?
Oh, okay.
And so they can have a dinner party anytime they like. This is what separates them from the common person.
Right.
They can have a big party on a Wednesday, unheard of to most of us.
Hump day.
What is this you say?
Hump day.
What does this mean? Wait, do not tell me.
can he put it together?
Wednesday being the middlemost day of the week in our Julian calendar.
Yes, he did it.
And
Like the hump of a camel.
we go over the hump to get to the beautiful weekend where we party.
That makes more sense.
We drink beer, we lay on the beach, we listen to rock and roll music.
Do the twist.
We do the twist. Chubby Checker and the Fat Boys. I love that song.
Great song. Wow, so that an amazing story told by an amazing investigator.
Well, thank you. But I do not come here to tell stories of the past. I have urgent business here in the Massachusetts area. And I have something very important to reveal to this audience in particular. 1986, the World Series of Baseball. Your Boston Red Sox are playing the hated New York Mets. Bill Buckner, a crucial error in the game. A ball goes between his legs. He is mocked and derided for years after. Even though he takes it in good humor, he is ashamed and feels he has let the city down. Well, my friends, I am here to tell you that was no error.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
New York Mets manager David Johnson hired a young magician by the name of David Copperfield.
Oh, no.
Claudia Schiffer's ex-husband?
The very same. The future Claudia Schiffer's ex-husband. Bill Buckner would have caught that ball. But David Copperfield uses his dark magics to make the ball appear to go through Bill Buckner's legs. You can hear him closely in some of the videotape of the era saying, "I know I caught that ball." A crime was committed that day, and the men responsible, I will bring to justice. Thank you for eventually getting excited about it.
David Copperfield is who you will bring to justice.
Yes, and the corpse of David Johnson, I suppose?
Sure.
I haven't even checked if he's still alive.
Copperfield?
No, David Johnson.
Oh, he
David
said it.
Johnson.
He said it that way. I couldn't hear. David. Oh, okay.
I said it over there? I was turned away from you.
Just assuming he's dead.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
Assuming
What
he's
you're,
dead.
You're assuming he's dead.
I'm assuming he should be dead, right? He was like an old guy then.
Yeah.
He was not 19 managing the Mets, you know what I mean?
Well, what are you going to do with David Copperfield if you ever?
The punishment
Yeah.
must fit the crime.
How do you mean then?
You punish
what-
people too? I thought maybe you just found out who did it, reported it to the police.
Usually I do. If it's a murder, I gotta go to the police.
You got to.
A sports crime? I feel like I can do what I want.
You could be judge, jury, and executioner.
When has this is the closest a magician has ever been to a sporting event?
Wait a minute, I feel like David Blaine did close-up magic for the Dallas Cowboys or something. I'm just saying.
This sounds very vague.
No, it's true.
David Blaine did close-up magic for the Dallas Cowboys or something.
No, that's exactly what happened. He went into their locker room. He did some close-up magic. They all got freaked out and said, "Hey, no, get out of here with that white boy
Was this
shit."
in-game?
No, it was like, it was like before practice. He did some magic. They all said, "Get out of here with that white boy shit." He left. But I just want to say, like, I know that you're an incredible investigator, but there have been magicians
Yeah.
around sports.
And plus, there's Magic Johnson.
of course,
Very close.
they say the around the back pass is the first magic trick ever done on a basketball court.
What about when they cut a hole in the bottom of the peach basket?
There was a hole in the bottom of the peach basket. That's how they invented basketball.
Exactly.
Holy shit, this guy's good.
There have seemed to be many magicians around sporting events, but would it surprise you to learn they are always the same one?
David
What?
Copperfield?
David Copperfield has been going to various sporting events, trying to freak people out. in an effort to make them lose the game.
No.
He was first hired by Pete Rose.
Pete Rose. Oh, no.
This is why Pete Rose could say, I never bet against my own team, because he hired David Copperfield to make the other team lose.
So you say the punishment has to fit the crime.
Yes,
You're
it
gonna
will be a magical justice.
That you will administer.
And I will administer this magical justice.
So you're going to learn magic to do this justice?
I have been learning magic as we speak.
Really?
Yes.
What tricks do you do?
I'm over there.
Holy shit, he's over there.
Now I'm back here.
Holy shit, he's back
Whoa.
here.
Whoa.
That's after 1 week.
That was incredible.
Wow. It's been 1 week?
It's been.
Outspend.
That was scary.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, so you're going to make him... I still don't know how the punishment's going to fit the crime.
Yes, because I keep starting to tell you, and so you have more follow-up questions.
So then, please finish.
This will be a magician's hell, do you see? I will make him believe he is doing one of his many runs at Las Vegas, Nevada, in one of the famous casinos. But none of his tricks will work. It will be like the Mission Impossible, where the guy will only talk to Wolf Blitzer. And so they make a fake hospital room. There will be a fake casino. David Blaine thinks he's being paid $1 billion a night. He can't turn it down.
David Copperfield, you mean?
Yes, what did I say, David
You said
Blaine?
David Blaine.
David Blaine is David Copperfield. I've already explained
That's what
this.
he's saying. The original mind freak himself.
Chris Angel.
Yes.
Also David Copperfield.
Penn and Teller.
One of them is David Copperfield, the other is a puppet. And it's the talking one.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
And so, night after night, his tricks will fail. And the audience, paid actors, who are getting good, they're like going to get in the union and stuff. It's not bad.
It's good.
Benefits.
Yeah.
Dental.
Insurance, yeah.
Yes. They will be sitting there with their folded arms, rolling their eyes. One guy will always say, "This stinks." One lady will always get up and walk out and say, "I'd rather look at the wall for an hour." One little child will start crying. This will be his hell. His illusions exposed and faulty for all of the rest of his life until he goes mad from magic failure.
And then what happens after he goes mad?
I probably jump off a cliff or something.
All right, Emile Girard, everyone.
Merci, merci.
Emile Girard.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da.
Emile Girard. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, we have another guest. Hi, Adam. You're standing up too.
Yeah, I was just going to run and grab a water real quick.
Yeah, please. Yeah. You gonna?
Would anyone else like a water? Everyone
I will
good?
take a water.
You want a water?
It is
Anyone?
desert
Anyone
dry.
need a water? Okay.
It is desert dry on the stage of the Chevalier.
What if he never comes back?
I wouldn't blame him.
I'm back.
Merci.
Another thrown water bottle.
The case of the thrown water bottle?
I think that's a case you should solve.
No, it was a case I did solve.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were bringing up one of my own cases.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
What was the case of the thrown water bottle?
Somebody threw a water bottle and killed a guy.
Was it a hard bottle or a hard throw?
It was dropped from the roof of the Empire State Building.
No.
There was a penny in the bottom.
That'll do it.
And who hired you for that case?
The night watchman of the Empire State Building.
And
Who did it?
Who did it?
He did it.
Yeah.
It was it.
Open and shut case.
All right. Well, we have a guest coming out here who's a broadcaster. I mentioned a broadcaster, so a fellow broadcaster, as a matter of fact. So
This person broadcast Othello?
a fellow broadcaster.
Oh, I see.
As in, I'm a broadcaster, and
Oh, I get it now. For a moment, I was confused.
You're so quick to solve crimes, but then someone just says something and you're lost.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, tell me.
I was making fun of him a little bit.
You got his ass.
Well, it's very exciting to have them. You know them as a broadcaster. They've never been on the show before, but please welcome to the show, Tyra... Oh, shit. Grass. Tyra Grass.
Thank you. Thank you. When Bobby went shopping for clogs at the Galleria Mall in Glendale, California, he didn't realize they would make as much noise as they did. I just wanted to look like my mom and all of my friends. But when he wore them to school the next day, it was clear they were the loudest shoes in the 4th grade. It wasn't long before the other kids started making fun of him. They called him Clog Man, Clog Boy, and Dog Fucker. But that was because of something else. But because Bobby had thrown away all of his other shoes after misinterpreting Marie Kondo, Bobby had no choice but to keep wearing the clogs. Until one day, something happened. Yeah, I fell down the stairs at school and my clogs fell off my feet and hit this guy in the head and knocked him out cold. But what Bobby didn't know was that man was actually a famous robber who had made millions of dollars robbing elementary schools. Bobby had caught him, and that was all thanks to his extremely loud clogs. From WBEC Boston, it's This Americana Life. Each week we choose a theme, tell you different stories based on that theme. Today our theme, clogs. I'm your host, Tyra Grass. Stick with us. Oh, this is what's going on up here, because I was recording my show.
Oh.
I usually record in front of a whole audience, so I'm kind of...
Oh, no, sorry. We're doing our show. This is
Oh.
a podcast. You're a guest on our show.
Hi.
I'm sorry. Was
Hi.
there's some confusion
Yeah, some
here,
confusion. Usually I record here in Boston. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone here is my fan.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. It's fine. It's fine. What kind of podcast?
Do you mind? I'm sorry. It's I don't even know really. It's an interview podcast.
Oh,
I
okay.
talk to people.
Oh,
yeah,
it's comedy?
yeah, maybe if you look at that QR code,
It's
it'll take you somewhere that you might want to.
it's comedy.
Yeah.
That's so fun. That's so cute.
It is fun and cute.
It's very cute.
Well,
This is Emile Girard.
bonsoir.
Nice to meet you.
You as well, mademoiselle. Enchanté.
Enchanté. And you, hello?
I'm Sprague. I mean, Scott. I'm Sprague the Whisperer. Hello.
Hello. Oi.
Classic British greeting.
Oi.
This is Adam.
I'm Adam.
He's from the current TV hit Severance.
Oh.
Hello.
I don't watch any TV. I just all audio for me, but...
No, of course. I'm a big fan of yours. But
Oh, yeah, no, of course. Everyone, thank you.
It's good to have you. I confess I don't know anything about you.
That's bizarre, but okay. Yeah, well, obviously I host This Americana Life here, WBEC Boston.
Obviously, because
Obviously.
you said it, and so it's obvious.
Yeah, so you heard it.
Yeah.
So then you get it.
You said it, I heard it, I got it. The 3 steps.
Yeah. So I basically I guess I'm a reporter. As you heard, I was talking to real people out there. Those are all real voices that you're hearing. Those are real people. I just go out, and I just love getting to doing the groundwork. So yeah,
I don't know what that means. What do you? Because you weren't talking to real people. We just heard like you kind of wrapping up a story.
Well, did you hear the little boy in the story? That's a real person.
Oh, okay. Well, you were talking about him.
Yeah, no. I know, but these are real people in the stories. Like everyone, all my fans know. They're, like, yes, I do the voices, but like, people get it. People know. It's reporting.
Right.
I'm an on the ground reporter.
Yeah, you're on the ground.
Yeah, and I'm making up the stories. So.
Wait, you make up the stories? They're not true?
I make up the stories. I mean, I didn't want to have to say that, but I make up the stories.
These are not true stories. I feel like someone like you usually, reports real things that happen, and everyone says, "Oh, wow, that really happened. How interesting."
Right.
If people know that they didn't happen, would they really find it interesting if everything was fake?
Well, they don't know that, Like, I'm this like new kind of fun reporter. I got my degree on TikTok. So I watched basically like 3-minute videos, which is like the highest degree you can get. And I just like, I swiped, and it was like 2 hours later, like, bam, I'm a reporter. So now, obviously I've created this podcast. It's huge. I don't want it to be confused with This American Life because it's absolutely so different.
It's the title's very similar.
I don't know. It has a kind of This Americana.
Right.
It's feminine.
And also your name, I almost said Tyra Glass. I got confused when I brought you out here.
I understand.
Which is a lot like Ira Glass, but it's Tyra Grass.
Oh, I don't hear the similarity. That's so funny that you hear that. No. It's fine. Yeah. Well, I actually started first. Ira and I went to college together.
Oh, I didn't know where.
He went to TikTok as well. He got his degree there too.
I didn't know that. How interesting.
Yeah. So I have more reporting to do.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You said the podcast is called This Americana Life.
Yeah.
And in your story, the kid got his shoes at the Americana, a mall in Los Angeles.
Yes, yeah.
So are all your stories about that mall?
That's funny that you say that. I think everyone who is on my show shops at the Americana, which is a beautiful mall in Los Angeles.
It's wonderful.
It's both indoor and outdoor, which is ideal for a mall. Because what's so great about the mall is that you want to be both indoors and outdoors.
Well, the stores are indoors usually.
The stores are indoors, but you like to eat outside, and you like to see all the people at the mall, and you like to run into thousands of people not wearing masks. It's fun. That's what the mall is about. That's the life.
Right. So I didn't pick up on that, Sprague, but I'm guessing if you do more stories for us, they're going to be about the Americana.
Well, like I said, there's people who, in theory, would shop at the Americana.
Okay, got it. Okay, so you have one.
I have another. Yeah.
You have another one
I
right
mean,
now?
I have to keep doing my job. Obviously, everyone's here.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to impede your progress here.
Okay,
So
great. Well, here we
you
go.
don't have Face ID on your phone. Interesting.
No, I do. From WBEC Boston, I'm Tyra Grass. Have you ever slept through your alarm? Seems like we've all done it at some point. Well, here's a story about someone who slept through much, much more. Trish woke up and her mouth felt strange. Sticky, gooey. At first she thought it was all glued up, like it usually is. She likes to glue her mouth. But she quickly realized something else was going on. My teeth were stolen! Sure enough, when Trish got up and rushed to the bathroom, all of her teeth had been pried out of her head. I couldn't believe it. But then again, I'm a hard sleeper. I slept through everything. 9/11, January 6th. Trish's husband chimes in. She even slept through the Super Bowl with Shakira and J-Lo absolutely slayed, even though they're so incredibly old. But what Trish and her husband didn't realize was that her teeth were actually stolen by a famous robber. A robber who had just been caught for robbing multiple elementary schools. He had been using her teeth as a weapon, threatening to bite people, until they gave him all of the elementary school's gold diamonds, and bejeweled crowns. Trish's teeth were perhaps the most wanted weapon in all of the United States. And now, she was going to prison. It's This Americana Life. Each week we choose a theme, tell you different stories based on that theme. Today, our theme, clogs. Stick with us. So like I said, I'm a reporter,
Right.
first and foremost.
First and foremost.
Yes.
So you made that up.
Well, look, you have to have a hook. For me, people love robberies.
I mean, people love murders. Like murder podcasts are very big right
Oh.
now, but robbery podcasts? I mean,
I feel like people love murders, robberies. I mean,
What?
Excuse me. I feel like people love robberies.
Got
Think
it.
about it. Dorit from Beverly Hills. She got robbed. The ratings are shotting up.
the past tense of
They're
shooting.
shotting up. So think about that.
She make a good point. Think about the beloved character, the Hamburglar.
Yeah, exactly. He's
When
like
will
one
he
of the
pay for
first
his
and foremost
crimes?
robbers.
Yeah.
He is still at large.
But the punishment has to fit the crime. So would his punishment be?
Someone will steal hamburgers from him. See how he likes it.
No.
Yeah.
So is
You get it.
was Trish who you were talking about? Trish lost
Yeah.
her teeth.
Yeah.
Was she a real person at least?
So, like I said, I think it's just like all people who I envision shopping at the Galleria
Oh, so
Americana Mall.
you envisioned her as being someone that would shop at the Americana.
Yeah. So she's like, to me, she is a real person, you know, in my head. And I think everyone here, because they're such avid listeners, you would all agree, she's like a very real human. Like when you
But-
heard her, when you heard that voice, you were like, that is a real person.
Right, but as far as the planet Earth is concerned, not real.
No, she's not yet. No. She does
yet?
not exist. What?
Did you say not yet?
No, I said not. She does not.
Okay.
But not yet.
We're
maybe.
hoping she does.
I thought you
I
had
mean, I
plans to
hope.
make her real.
Going to be born at some point.
It would
so-
be cool. You know, I hope there's a Trish out there someday. She sounds awesome. She got her teeth right out of her head, and she had no idea.
And you say she liked to glue her mouth?
Yes. Yeah, I envision her as somebody who, like, every night, you know how people do mouth taping? I'm sure we've talked about this.
No, we have
We've never met
Yes,
before.
we've never talked about this, but I talk about this on my podcast all the time. Mouth taping. Huge thing. You tape your mouth shut when you sleep. It actually is a thing. I'm not even exaggerating.
Why does one do this?
Because when you breathe through your nose, it helps you sleep. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding.
This sounds like something you've done.
This is something that people in the Los Angeles area will tell you is a thing because they like. It's like like a herbal medicine vibe, like a wellness community thing.
Taping your mouth shut
Yeah.
is, and you use like Scotch, just
You can
tape.
use any tape you want.
Ah.
They're
how
gonna
cool.
try and get you to buy the tape on Amazon or at from some big box store, but actually you don't need to. Okay, you can use Scotch tape at your house and you tape your little mouth shut, and you go right to sleep. Apparently,
Do you do it long way or up and down?
this is such a good question.
Thank
You
you.
can do either way, and I've met people who do both.
What about a crisscross?
Yeah. And if you want to go really hard, you tape your eyes, you tape your ears. You know.
Could you do one like a Ghostbusters thing where it's a circle with a line through it? Or-
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, fine.
Whatever you need to do.
Well, do you have another story for us?
Yeah, I
Tyra?
have another story, if you can believe it.
How many do you have so I don't ask if you
Well,
have
this is basically the last one,
This is
I
the
would
last
say.
one. Okay.
Who made this music for you that you play?
This is actually a really beautiful composer named...
The composer is beautiful?
Yeah, and you would never know it. And isn't that sad?
Wow.
It's devastating. His name is Garf.
And she walks to her point on the stage, and it begins.
Look, and the music doesn't start. It's okay, I'm vulnerable up here. So most people have at least at some point in their lives interacted with bats. They're living in our homes. They're crawling on our beds. They're eating chicken parm at our kitchen table. Perhaps the only thing perhaps the most American thing in America is a bat, except for a fish. A fish might be more American. But we talked to somebody who had a different experience with bats. This is Lauren, and just a warning to our listeners, what you're about to hear may be disturbing. I saw a bat outside. Lauren had spotted a bat outside her window. I remember thinking that this is America. That bat should be inside. It should be eating chicken parm. And so I brought that bat inside. That's when Lauren's dad got involved.
I never had a bat go outside. I've never seen a bat outside. Lauren's mom was also confused.
I could have sworn that bat was a fish. But what Lauren and her parents didn't know is that that bat is actually a mastermind behind a robber. A robber who had robbed multiple elementary schools, stealing everything from Rolex watches to designer Birkin bags from the wealthy elite teachers and the 1% school administration. But by bringing that bat inside, Lauren had stopped the greatest heist in the history of the world. It's this Americana life. I'm Tyra Grass. Each week we choose a theme, tell you different stories based on that theme. Today's theme, clogs. Stick with us.
Wow.
Wow, it's just...
Wow.
And if you can believe it, I don't use an editor.
That was one take.
That was one take.
Amazing.
And I wouldn't change a thing about what I did.
Even when you said it's this slut?
Which part was that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was somewhere in there.
When was that? So obviously, this robber hook is really working for me lately.
It seems like it's the same robber every single time.
Yeah, it
Usually
is.
the murder podcasts talk about a different murder.
And if you'll notice, the robber was already caught early on.
Yeah, your first episode.
But we didn't know that the bat was actually, it's kind of like the owl.
You speak of the staircase?
Yes, in the staircase. Everybody thinks it was the husband. We all think it was the husband who killed her. No, it was the owl. It's never the husband.
Did the owl hire you, Emile?
Huh?
I have only been hired by
Human beings.
by a bird of prey one time.
Oh.
It was a hawk who thought his wife was cheating on him.
And was she?
She was.
With
The pictures were lewd.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture what that would look like. Two owls. Sexy owls.
Why?
Well, I need a new hook. Obviously, owls have been used. I just used the bat. We need something more interesting. So maybe sexy owls. Maybe sexy bats.
What about an owl and a bat relationship?
Okay,
Star-crossed lovers.
Beautiful.
A forbidden love that should never be.
I love it.
Do you think an owl has ever tried to have sex with a bat?
Of course. How could you not? The bat is very alluring. These herky-jerky motions. It seems like it does not know where it's going, yet you hear that it has a perfect radar.
They hang upside down, ready for 69.
Hell yeah.
Ready.
It's everyone's dream. Can I ask you a question?
Oh,
What is it about elementary schools that, why are they being robbed so much? I don't think that they'd have
They're
money.
so wealthy.
They are.
And I think about this every day. What are we doing? Letting those schools accumulate all that money
You think about this every day.
Every day. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's whatever. Obviously, I have a lot of opinions, and not everyone's going to agree with them. But that's why people listen. And I think everybody here would agree that the elementary schools are wasting so much jewels and crowns and Maseratis.
Maseratis?
And they need to stop. They need to stop. Yeah, see, did you hear that, Woo? This is all being recorded. We know who you all are. I just want everyone to know that, like, obviously, people on the internet will know who they are. They're what they're cheering for. Okay?
Okay. All right, Tyra Grass, everyone. I keep wanting to say Glass, but your name is Tyra Grass.
Tyra Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your original name, your Christian name, your given name?
My given name, no. My given name is Sandy. No last name, just one name.
Why didn't your parents give you a last name?
Well, they were just like, she should pick it for herself. And I did.
You did?
Yeah, I picked my full name.
So you do have a last name?
Ira Grass.
Has anybody seen my dogs? I got 2 dogs. I lost 2 dogs in here.
Oh, no.
Sir,
It's not in the middle of my show.
we should have never talked to the audience.
Yeah, talk to the lost and found outside.
I'm not going to talk. I don't have time for that. I wasn't even here for this fucking show. Okay? I got lost 2 dogs.
Sir, we don't want people shouting out things.
No.
If you lost your...
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt your fucking show. Because I lost my 2 golden fucking retrievers.
You lost 2 dogs.
Hey,
What?
Sweet Caroline! Hey, they come into America! That's the name of my 2 dogs.
Sweet Caroline and Coming to America?
No, Sweet Caroline and They Come into America. Are they out
the
here?
lyric from the song.
It's a Neil Diamond reference.
Sir,
Oh, no, there's stairs.
Why are you
Oh, dear.
on stage?
Oh,
You don't
dear.
need to get on
There's
stage.
stairs,
They're not
sir.
on stage.
This
sir.
looks...
I gotta check the corners.
There's no...
How do you
can go around the-
lose?
Carry on with your fucking comedy
Oh
show.
my God.
Okay, I got things to find. I'll find it.
hi. So
How you doing?
we're in the middle. Hi, yeah, we're in the middle of a show. We can take those lights in the back out, I think.
I've lived half my life at Fenway. This doesn't impress me. Okay, I'll fucking see you later. Have a good night, you
What
fools.
is, sir, please.
No, I'm out of here.
What is
you
your name, sir?
shitheads.
I'm an
Wow.
investigator. I would like to help you find your dogs.
How do you lose golden retrievers?
They're big dogs.
Has anyone seen any?
Anybody seen the dog?
Oh my God.
No.
Sir,
If you see them, they're friendly, all right?
sir, you were in the same room.
They're not friendly,
You're-
friendly.
yeah,
You're in the place you just left.
You're also holding a microphone.
Who gave you that?
The guy at the back, he said it's a comedy show. You gotta use a fucking microphone.
So mad about comedy.
No, it's not fair. You know, when I got cousins who are funny, and they're just fucking funny. They don't get paid to do it. They're just funny. Because I call them over on New Year's or something, and they make jokes, and they don't do it like you guys write it out on your phones. No, we don't need to do that. We're just funny, and we're appreciating each other. Sweet Caroline!
I don't think there are any dogs here, so there's no
We have not
dogs.
seen 2 golden retrievers.
You're gonna try to get on the
Keep
stage?
coming
again?
up on
Oh,
stage.
no.
It's
Jesus.
even more
Yes,
distressing
there's-
than the last time.
So
There's
awkward.
stairs.
Oh, no.
You keep
He's
coming
really
up here.
struggling.
Oh my.
It should be
Oh,
so
boy.
much
I
easier.
got a herniated disc.
I've never seen a face that red in my life.
Oh, are you a comedian?
No.
Why don't you sit down over here?
Oh,
Because-
yeah, you know,
You want me to sit down?
Go sit
Oh,
the fuck
okay.
down.
Yeah, please.
I guess I'm here. I guess I'm in the spotlight. Here we
Man.
are. This isn't how we do things in Boston, all right? We fucking just get our lives going. We get up in the morning, you have a fucking cup of coffee. You go to your job, you plumb. Maybe you wait tables, you do something like that, and then you go home, you enjoy your family, and you fucking go to sleep. What are you guys doing with your lives? Sweet Caroline!
Wait,
She's
sir,
in there somewhere.
yeah.
I know you're not a performer, sir, but you do need to get the mic a little closer to your face.
Yeah, it was like when you yelled for her, you were like, Caroline,
I can't. Oh, I did.
Caroline.
I didn't take a class. Okay, Leslie Kahn. No one's gonna get that here.
What is your name, sir?
Pudge.
That's a nickname, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's a nickname. My
What-
real name? Jason.
Well, why are you called Pudge? Because
Jason O'Reilly Sullivan Red.
like your face?
Yeah. Listen, I've been hunting. Listen.
You've been hunting?
I've been hunting down. I have actually been hunting lately. That's a funny story.
All right, we have a little bit of time left in the show. If you want to tell us your story about hunting?
I went bow hunting for moose up in Hampshire. Yeah, I went bow hunting for moose. That's it.
That's the story? That's the funny story?
I haven't taken a class on telling stories. Is that close enough? No, I haven't taken a class, and I apologize. I'm just a guy from Boston who's looking for his 2 fucking golden retrievers.
Sir, where was the last place you seized these 2 dogs?
Dude, I'll be honest with you. Sarah, my neighbor, comes by. She says, "Hey, you got an extra gin?" I pour shots of gin. We fucking go at it for like a half hour straight. I turn around and I said, "You left the fucking door open." Sweet Caroline and They Come Into America are fucking gone. Gone.
And
fucking gone.
How long ago was this?
This is last Thursday.
Okay.
I've been going straight off ever since.
So
and
you've
honestly,
gone to every place?
dude. I went to Nick's Comedy Stop. I did go to Fenway. Lady Gaga fucking killed. I went down to the Prudential Center. I tore apart the Lululemon sale rack. Killed it.
Wait, did you buy stuff or you just ripped it to shreds?
No, I just fucking tore it apart,
No.
threw it all over the place. I got kicked out, arrested, spent 2 nights in jail.
Were the dogs in jail?
No, they were still missing. I was looking for them. They weren't at the Lululemon.
At what point did you think he was reunited with the dogs?
I don't know. I thought these 2 dogs, they're his dogs. They were drunk. They probably ripped something to shreds, put in jail.
I'll tell you, though. You know, I went to a psychic on the 4th of July. And
What psychic is open on the 4th of July?
I'll be honest, not a great one. But she was good, and she told me, like, there's trouble with your dogs in you. And I can't help but think that they just took off. They saw an opportunity, or as we say in Boston, an oppa. And they took off. They're gone.
Well, if you know, they say if you set something free and it doesn't come back to you,
Kill it.
tough shit.
Oh, yeah, we guys were saying the
Same
same
thing,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, where are you from? Yeah, maybe that makes sense. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt your comedy show, if that's what you call it. Personally, I'm a 2.5 men guy. That's what I like. That's what I do. So, but I appreciate what you guys do. I mean, if I could wake up in the morning and just write like jokes down on my phone and get paid for it, I'd do it. I can't do it though.
Have you written jokes on your phone before?
I have some. If I had my phone with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have your phone with you? Because you can connect to your phone with my phone.
I can. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Airplay it.
Yeah. Just
What?
here, I'll airdrop them.
Okay.
There, yeah, we airdropped all the jokes. So yeah, go ahead.
Holy shit! You got every single one of them.
Yeah.
There's over 4,000 jokes on it.
You got to stand up though.
We
You
only
gotta-
have time for about 3,000. So
Okay.
You
Let's
got to
see.
get. You have to go down stage full stand-up
when,
style.
Oh yeah, stand-up style. Hey, when they this one's good. I'm gonna start. You want me to start with my best?
Save it for the end.
yeah, the
You
best.
want the best.
I'll start with my best. Okay. Hey, where does a nun with an upset stomach write her thoughts down? in a diarrhea. All right, that's good. I'll leave it at that. That's pretty good. Tell me that wouldn't work on 2.5.
May I ask?
Tell me it wouldn't work on 2.5.
I might have the same question.
May I ask? Yes. Why was she a nun?
It works if it's just anyone, right?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah. You know what? I'm fucking Irish Catholic. Give me a break. I bring in like the Catholic Church to everything I do. And by the way, you guys should be Catholic too. It's really important. God is real, and you will be judged at the end of your life. You will all go to hell if you do the wrong thing. So that's just that's not comedy. But that's just something that's more advice. And I like to mix in advice with my comedy.
Well, Pudge,
Yeah.
why is your nickname Pudge?
What's that?
Why is your nickname Pudge?
I get a huge fat dick. Also, I used to say, everybody in the locker room would be like, look at his pudgy fat dick. And I'd be like, hey, leave it alone. And they'd say, it's so pudgy. It's such a pudgy dick. And I'd say, come on. But he was nice. But honestly, I was in the back looking for my dogs. I heard you brought up Buckner. That's a soft spot for me.
Did you hear why I brought him up?
Yeah.
And did you hear the whole thing?
I heard listen, I also am equally in love with David Copperfield.
Uh-oh.
So this is hard for me. This is
very hard for you,
yeah.
my friend.
Yeah, but you know what? He's alive. Not Buckner's dead. Buckner died in 2019, March 27th.
Davy Johnson?
What's that?
Davy Johnson is alive?
Davy Johnson's alive. He's 79 years old.
Sacre bleu.
He's doing well. He's doing great. He just celebrated his 79th birthday in July.
I don't care.
That's great. I wish I could stick around here longer, but I'm out of it.
Is your dick rolly?
Pudgy. It's like, you know how all babies are fat.
Yeah.
But some babies are like, that's a pudgy baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. It's like a fat baby's leg.
All right, he's doing.
Why are you standing up?
Are you doing more jokes?
Are you leaving?
Nah, I gotta get out of here. This fucking, honestly, and don't take offense to this fucking sucks. I'm gonna get out of here. And you guys have a good night. Whatever the fuck you guys do after this show, I assume you go like blow up balloons somewhere and laugh at each other. But this sucks. Honestly. And what is this place? It looks like a fucking like G.I. Joe Opera Center.
Monsieur Pudge.
Hey, you guys.
Monsieur Pudge.
Thank you. I gotta look for my dog.
One moment, mon ami.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea where your dog might be.
You think you got an idea? What are you talking about?
A retriever.
Yeah.
He loves to retrieve, yes?
Well, yeah, they'll catch anything. Honestly, I can throw anything. No.
But his favorite is a ball.
Loves balls. Loves balls.
What game also include a ball?
Oh, there's a lot of.
The game of pool.
Oh.
How do you wrangle the balls in the game of pool?
Well, you put them in that triangle, and
then there are many balls contained in one space.
You
no?
rack them.
And so, I would look for your dogs where they think they will find the most balls. You must go to the Sitco sign.
The what?
The Sitco sign.
The Sitco sign?
The Sitco sign. It is shaped like a pool
Sitco
rack.
sign.
It is shaped like a pool rack. The dogs will think
Sitco
we
sign.
have found ball heaven.
I tell you, that's outside Fenway.
I'm writing notes for Reddit for balls, by the way, which is this.
Has that come out yet?
Hasn't come out yet. It's very close.
I'll go to the Fenway Sitco sign. I'll go, and I'll let you know. You gotta
don't have to.
shoot me a number.
No, it's fine.
Tell me your phone number right now.
It's fine.
Tell me your phone number.
It's
I'll remember.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then what?
7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go. All right. Hey, you know what? This was fun. You guys have fun with whatever you do with your lives. It looks fucking boring. I don't know who paid for this. But Jesus fucking Christ. G.I. Joe, look at this. It's like you could put some posters up on the wall or something. It's a fucking prison in here.
He's taking the mic out of the theater with him.
All right, you guys, I'll be back. And you know what? You know what fucking sucks?
He's coming back.
This is what I was gonna say, because this is honestly what I'm a little upset about. Is you guys got up there and you got your waters. I never got a water.
Get you a water.
I got out of prison a day ago. I never got a water.
Prison.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they put me in prison. Remember, I tore apart a Lululemon.
They put you in
2
prison
days.
for 2 days.
2 days.
For tearing up a
Well,
rack.
I should still be in there. I fucking escaped.
What?
Hey,
Pudge, come back. Tell us how you escaped. Come back here.
okay.
Come on.
Have you seen Escape from Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Not the movie.
Oh, wait, just have I seen people escaping from Alcatraz?
Yeah. Have you seen that?
Come on stage. No one can see you.
Oh, it's going to take a
Here
long
we
time.
go. Here we go.
His face is maroon.
I can see it takes him a long time to get up because his dick does get in the way.
It's like,
I can
it's like
see it.
crawling over a piece of bread. Well, many pieces of bread, I mean,
Hey,
right?
Pudge, let me ask you
pizza
something.
dough.
Your dogs.
I have 2 dogs.
You have
yeah.
2 dogs.
Sweet
Would you call
Caroline.
them your babies?
Yeah, I would call them my babies. They're my
I've
sweetest
heard
little
that
things.
if you want to find a dog,
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to sing a song.
Oh, yes, I have heard this as well.
I've heard that.
And if you want your babies back,
All right.
maybe we sing a song, we get them back.
A song like what, Sprague?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back.
Chili's
I want my
baby back ribs.
I want my baby.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Sweet Caroline.
It's not really how it ends.
But watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
This is
It's also not how Sweet Caroline begins.
Sweet.
Listen, you guys just sang me a commercial. I gotta say, Sweet Caroline.
Ba, ba, ba.
I heard a bark.
Sweet Caroline.
Do they all eat some sheep's brains?
It sounded cool, but it didn't work.
What'd you want to have happen?
I thought they might come back.
Your dogs. You thought they might go. Oh.
Yeah.
You want
my
to try
dogs.
America?
I've been missing a dog. My daughter's been missing for 4 years.
Oh, Jesus.
I gave up on her last Christmas. I gave myself that gift. I said, you don't have to worry about it anymore. But no, I think,
You're holding the mic to your chin.
I told you. I haven't taken I'm not a fancy Hollywood actor like you or you guys. I'm chilling. Listen, I'm just a Boston fucking guy doing the best I can.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
I make $21,000 a year. And I'm fucking proud of every penny. I drink non-alcoholic beer sometimes.
Why?
Because it's fucking fantastic, and I can drive after I do it, and sometimes it's because I bought it by mistake. Listen, can I make one announcement before whatever you're gonna do?
Make whatever you want. The floor is yours.
If anybody runs into 2 golden retrievers, One's at Sweet Caroline, the other one's They Come Into America. Hey, if you could please get it back. They're my good friends. And I would like you to bring them back to me, please. Do not try to have sex with them. Because I run into that. That has happened. It's not fair. They don't know. They'll enjoy it, but not on purpose. That's true. So please, look me up on Instagram.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
What do you do on Instagram?
I'm not big into putting things on my grid, but I fucking attack my story. All the time. Yeah. So
Are you just at Pudge?
I am at Pudge, but it's not spelt like you think. Yeah, you'll find it though. I don't even have to tell you. You'll know. There's a picture of me.
I feel very sorry for the real Ed Pudge.
We've talked online. It's been a thing.
I don't trust anyone here or the listeners later.
It's just fun. Now, sort of, you know what?
Now you're loosening up, right?
I'm loosening up. I feel like maybe I could do this for a living.
Okay, well, if you were to be a comedian, what would you do?
I think I'd be one of those guys who's kind of in the background but gets paid as much as the others.
In comedy or
Yeah, in comedy. I do dramas. You want to see my best drama line?
Yeah, sure.
What? Nah.
That's it? You just shook your head and said, nah?
What are you talking about? Less is more. Less is more.
Have you been hired to do that in any kind of show business thing? I mean, are you a wannabe actor?
I did a corporate video for Staples. That's true story. I did a corporate video, not on purpose. I thought I was going to a Starbucks, but I walked in the wrong door. And they said, hey, you ready? And I go, yeah, I'm ready. And they start making me up, powder in my face. They put me in front of a camera and they say, you just say like, hey, who's ready for the new year? Let's all get some pencils. I say it. I never get paid for it, but this other fool who probably was in the Starbucks, he probably got paid for it. Who cares?
I think that was
Who
Adam
cares?
Scott in that commercial.
Yeah, that was me, goddammit.
You did that?
Well, I was going to.
Let's hear
How was
your... Yeah, how was your
How
read?
was your read of it?
Hey, it's New Year. Let's go get some pencils.
That's fucking better. That's better. That's gonna really...
Yeah, but I never got the chance to put it on film.
More people would relate to that, for sure. I can't... the note I kept getting from the director was, you seem angry.
You
And
do...
I honestly was. I kept saying, like, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I want a fucking coffee. I gotta go plum. What are we all doing, though, in life? What do you think?
Pudge, are you drunk right now?
Oh, no. First thing when I get up in the morning, I have a Bud Light margarita. And not because of the alcohol, because it's just ritual. Yeah.
Sure.
So you're not drunk?
You said no, and then you said you wake up and drink a Bud Light margarita.
But not for the alcohol.
No, not drunk, but I was drunk 4 hours ago. I'm coming down. I'm fucking hungover. Jeez. That's good. That's good. You want another joke?
Sure. Yeah. Here you go.
Let's do this. Let's do this. What's your code? I can't figure... I gotta get in there.
69.
Fucking perv. Fucking perv. I know what 69 means. 69 is when a girl is sucking the dick and the other person is sucking
There's another person?
I don't know what 69 is. All right, here we go. This is it. Okay. Knock, knock. Hold on. Fucking gotta get it.
Do you need
Start
your
mode.
readers?
I just start over. I don't have my. I do not have my readers on. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, here we. Oh, Jesus, I just had this weird. I was just thinking about my Aunt Marie. She'd start a story and then she'd fucking drift off into nowhere's land. And I was like, that's what you guys are laughing at about me. Okay, knock knock. Lobster. What? How much per pound?
You're getting booed.
I don't really get.
Is that bad? Booze bad?
Booze in show business, booze are bad.
Oh,
unless you're
Jesus.
Bruce Springsteen, and then you tell a whole big story about how they're just saying Bruce and
Oh, geez.
convince
Well,
the
you
world
know
of
what?
that.
Okay, I got my 21.5 a year, and I'm fine.
What?
And
Talking
got a raise.
to the mic.
I got my 21.5 a year, and I'm fine. I have my salary, and I'm doing fine. I'm not making money off jokes. I do it, unlike you, for the love of it. When I perform, I do it for the love of it. You're doing it you're probably making 30 grand a year. Where's that guy going? Where the fuck are you going? Hey!
Why don't you go chase him down,
do people
Pudge?
do that?
Chase him down.
Go fucking get
Go
him.
get him.
Hey!
Go get him, Pudge. Go talk to him. Go interview
Fine.
him.
And he came to the show in a Hanes t-shirt. Did you see that? That's fucking rude. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because you're all dressed up right now.
No, I am. I got my deckies. That's it. Pudge. Yeah, Pudge. I'd hang out with any one of you. I'd hang out with any one of you on your own. Like,
that right?
you all seem cool, but as a group, you seem pretty shitty.
Well, Pudge, I really wish your animals well. How long have you had your dogs?
They're 16 years old.
They didn't answer my question.
In dog years. No, dog years.
They're 16 in dog years, so
Yeah.
they're
They're puppies. They're puppies. They're learning. We all learn. We all go through life, and we learn, and we do things.
Pudge, I hate to tell you this, but your dogs are, well, they're probably dead.
Yeah, if you don't find your dogs within the first 72 hours, someone has had sex with your dogs and left them for dead.
This is what we learned from the show Dateline, but dogs.
It's not easy. It's not easy to hear, but you know what? I appreciate it, and I could tell that you guys are real friends. For
And your daughter is
Look,
definitely
he just
dead.
fucking came back.
Yeah.
He just
He's
fucking
back.
He tried to sneak in. As we were having a moment, he tried to do the sneak in. Where'd you go?
Oh, this guy wants attention, so he's leaving. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him.
No, he's got a. It's very tempting. All right, I won't. No, all I'm saying is you guys have been really good friends to me. Even though you're shitheads, you know.
Yeah, your dogs are dead, your daughter's dead.
What do? I'm alive. I'm going strong. I push forward. I get new dogs. I get a new daughter.
Pudge, do you have any inspirational words for us to close out the show here?
Yeah, I think everybody. Jesus.
You've already told us to
speech.
I'll be honest.
Fuck
I'm
Medford,
not
speech.
good with speeches. But I can tell you something from my heart. That, you know what? We all do the fucking best we can. Everybody in here right now, you're probably, and this is not meant to be offensive, you're probably like 75% a shithead. But take the 25 cents left over from that dollar, shove it in the ground, and see what grows. And I'll be honest with you, no matter what grows, just fucking eat it.
Pudge, everyone.
Wow.
And that is our show. Thank you so much. Adam Scott, everyone. Shaun Diston. Lily Sullivan. Ryan Gaul. Paul F. Tompkins. Thank you, Medford.